And there we go. Okay, hold on. Let me go ahead and
Perfect.
get this.
They're already tweeting out that we're late.
Oh, come on, guys, give us a break. But yes,
That's funny.
Yes, now,
Late like always.
I like always. Well, no, 4 minutes after calling a curtain call. There we go. We're finally online. Hello, everybody. Welcome again back to the demo studio. Loyal Moses is with me again. Thank you very much for joining, Loyal. It's always a pleasure to have you. But yeah, so basically we're just going to be in the studio today talking about stuff I'm working on. I have a bunch of helmets and different things to go over here. We have another one of those clone trooper helmets that you see behind Loyal. We have one of those running off of the Pro 3s currently, so we can take a closer look at that one if we want. And then we'll probably end up doing something a little special at the end of the stream, but we'll save that for now. But without further ado, Loyal, how you doing?
I am doing fantastic. I'm a little tired this morning, so my streams are a little bit later in the afternoon. So, but I'm awake and I'm alert because we're talking about helmets.
Yes, yes.
So,
yes.
so we have a white one going here in the Pro 2 here in the office, and I had something fantastic to show you. So it was Raise3D white filament, the premium filament with black accessories. Mm-hmm. And last night, as I was preparing, it's about 12:40 last night, as I was preparing, I was hitting it with a torch to clean up some of the little stringing on the helmet.
Yeah.
And I looked away for 5 seconds. Not even 5 seconds, 3 seconds. I looked away while torching, and I looked back, and I melted the face.
No!
And so I felt terrible. It was horrible, but it's okay because that's the amazing thing about 3D printers, right?
Yeah.
I literally just reached over and went print again.
Yeah, we'll have one in just a handful of hours. It's okay. It is a bummer though. Like I've done that multiple times on parts myself as well. Leaving them, like I've left things outside to dry in the sun, like for painting and stuff like this. Just sometimes I get hit with the heat wave. It will warp the parts like that. Things like that happen all the time. But beauty of 3D printing. Just make a new one right away.
Now, let me ask you this: in your office right there,
yeah.
Do you keep the door? Or is your door closed on that printer?
Yeah.
So
actually, right now, on the Pro 2, right now I have ABS running on this one, so the lid's on that. Okay. On the Pro 3, I do have just both doors closed, but then I just had the lid off. I was working on the print head up earlier and then moved it off. But with the Pro 3s now, great thing about these machines, that kind of black box in the back you see there is meant to pull air from outside of the machine and circulate it around the chamber. So in some cases, like what we saw with the Pro 2s printing PLA or TPU, lower temperature materials, sometimes it would jam because of the ambient heat within the chamber. But because of the Pro 3, now that airflow system, we can print PLA, all materials with the machine fully enclosed at all times.
Wow.
But,
Well, that's fantastic. Let's see. Hey, Kobe Lax is here. That's our friends. They run an awesome stream there on Twitch. So, hey, Kobe Lax, how are you? Zen Bender, DB3D Dan, Aaron F. Geared, good to see you. That's fantastic. There's our friend Ian Douglas.
Yeah,
these are all awesome people, but in our 3D printing community. And thanks for showing up and thanks for showing Raise3D some love. So you have one mission, chat, when you show up today, and that's to convince Raise3D to send us a Pro 3. That's your job.
Ooh.
You
need such a tall order, Loyal?
A million tweets, a million messages in chat. That's your job. But anyway, thank you, Nick, for having us here.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so on this one, we take the top off, and in our room here, it can get pretty warm in here. There's, we have a couple of printers in here, and it gets a little bit warm when they're going. But we leave the door open for PLA.
Okay.
Everything else we can close the door. PTG will just close the door, leave the top off, and everything else, of course, we put the top on. But I like that ventilation system on the Pro 3.
Yeah, having that on the Pro 3 is like, having the option, never having to worry about whether or not the lid's on or off is really nice. There's also something that was a feature on the E2s. It never got put into the Pro 2s, but it is on the Pro 3s now, where there's a sensor in the lid and the door, so if they are opened, it'll automatically pause the print and then resume again once everything is back and closed again. Actually,
right.
Yeah, let me go ahead and see if I'll run through that real quick.
Yeah, do that.
And then, let's see, I should have, oh man. I might need to run out and get a different lid for the Pro 3, but we'll just roll
do it. Well,
right now.
Just go in, go get a lid. I got it. I stood in front of the camera before. I'll
okay, yeah. If you can hold down the stream for a second, let me go grab a lid. I'll be right back.
All right. Hey everyone, it's now the LM show, but it's not the LM show. We're gonna turn this off. There we go. Make some quick adjustments here. Go back to main. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, it's now the LM show on the Raise3D channel. Welcome in, everyone. It wouldn't be an LM show if we didn't have some energy drinks, so we're gonna do that. Welcome back to the LM show, you guys. We've now taken over. We're now on YouTube. How's everyone this morning? Hey guys, can we do a bang invite? I don't think that's a thing on YouTube. Can we do that though? Are we allowed to go invite your family and friends over to come watch? So what we're doing here this morning on the channel is Nick is printing a couple of helmets in Pro 3s and Pro 2s, one in ABS, one in PLA, and I've got one going here on a Raise3D Pro 2 as well. Okay, so I told you, and you guys saw in the advertisement I mentioned on Twitter, we're going to give one away. So I melted the one that we were going to give away, so I can't show it off. So we're going to show off some others, and but we are going to give this one away. So this one is printing in Raise3D Premium White, and we'll do Raise3D Premium Black accessories on this Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet. And I'll show you those here in a moment. So let me have a little bit of the hair of the dog that bit me, and we'll get going.
All right, I am back with that lid. Hope I didn't miss too much.
Yeah, so if you guys would do us a favor, as we're talking about this morning, hit your socials, jump out there on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you got. Invite some friends and family to come over and hang out with us, chat. I have a YouTube chat up right here, so I can see Randy and Amish. Hey, Amish, how are you doing, brother? Adam and 3D's here. Dude, Blight, good to see you. Fantastic. Oh yeah, that's right. YouTube is going to do raids soon. I thought that would be actually really cool. But yes, hey Westry, Sarah. There's our friend Sarah. So yeah, so all these wonderful people showing up here. You guys give a subscribe to Raise3D. Show them some love,
please.
For all their support for us. They're a sponsor. You can see right here. I don't know if you can see on my screen right there. That is the Raise3D logo, and they're an official sponsor of the LM show. And so we want to show them some love. And like I said, your job is to convince them and their marketing team to send us a Pro 3.
Yeah, please.
It's an easy goal. Just do it.
Yeah, all you need is just subscribing, liking, commenting, everything. The more attention we get, the more likely it is that Loyal's going to get a Pro 3. So the more you do for us, the more you do for him.
That's right. See that? And a lot of money.
Yeah, money.
Like, subscribe, tweet, whatever, and send them a bundle of cash, and we'll get a Pro 3.
Yeah,
I think that's how it works.
It's 43 Tesla. Irvine is where you want. That's exactly where you can send all the money. Once we get $1 million, we're sending a Pro 3 directly to Loyal.
Wow, that's incredibly generous.
Of course.
I'm okay for that. I'm okay with that. Spam mode activated, Ian. That's awesome. Subscribe, guys. So yeah, do them a favor. Thank you, Denise. Hey, there's our friend Denise.
Hello.
Denise does printer reviews. Do you know Denise?
I unfortunately do not, actually.
Oh yeah, so Denise is absolutely wonderful. She's influencer in our 3D printing community, and yeah, she does printer reviews. She's fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah, pleasure to meet you. Well, we'll be in touch.
Yeah. So there's rolling on floor. Aaron, we're being serious. That's not. Don't laugh. So like I said, so I don't know. We're giving this one away for sure. So this is a Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet. I'll show you that. And we'll look at some of the other fun helmets. If you're coming over here and you haven't been to the LM show, you can thelmshow.com. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific is when we stream. And we have a few Raise3D machines in this office. Let me step out of the way. A couple of V2s and a Pro 2. And we print all sorts of fun things, helmets and things like that. But we really celebrate filament, because we love filament, and we celebrate printers and what goes in and what comes out. So that's what we really like to do here. So we'll show off a bunch of these. But one of the things I'm really here to talk about with Nick, and that is what's behind him.
Yes. Yeah.
And I am drooling over that machine.
Okay, yeah. So we'll go ahead. I'll get a little bit more into the Pro 3 before we get into the other helmets and stuff. But so what's really, really nice about the Pro 3s, what I really like over the Pro 2s, not to say that, you know, I'm not going to knock the Pro 2s. I love these guys just as much.
Fantastic.
But you're getting really, I would say, definitely better print quality out of the Pro 3s. The automatic bed leveling on that new print head, the flexible plate's really, really nice.
Yeah.
And just all the extra things coming in. So like being able to print with lid on at all times. You don't have to worry about what configuration is the machine in. The interchangeable hot ends on this machine are really, really nice. I unfortunately, I actually might be able to. If we go ahead
how fast, like, okay, first of all, what the helmet that you have in there that you're printing, right? So
yes.
Just so you guys know that are watching, I sent Nick the idea file. No, I didn't send him any STLs. I just grabbed the idea file from Idea Maker, and I sent him the idea file for the Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet. And so I know we print with a 0.8 nozzle. So Raise3D has supported us fantastically, and they sent us a whole set of nozzles to change out for these printers. So I'm running a 0.8 nozzle in my Pro 2. Did you change yours out, or is that a 0.4?
This is a 0.4. So since you sent me the idea file, I was still able to just slice for this machine with the 0.4. That's what comes standard on all the machines. So I haven't, had the chance yet to swap this one out and get it.
Okay. So that's why you can see. So Nick started his just a few hours before mine. Yep. So this is a good measurement, right? So just a few hours before mine. My helmet, I melted last night on accident. So I had to reach over at 12:40 at night and restart. But look at the difference. So the difference in what layer line that Pro 3 is on versus the Pro 2 with the 0.8. I'm telling you guys, if you're gonna be printing helmets and buckets, you gotta upgrade, get a 0.8 nozzle in those machines.
Yeah, definitely. I would say going to like the 0.4 is what comes standard. Going to a 0.6 is a good kind of medium. It's a nice way to kind of step into larger nozzle sizes. 0.8 is my kind of personal go-to for things that are, you want to knock things out faster, hit those 0.6 layer heights. And then we do have the 1.0 nozzles. If you want to be even higher than the 0.8, you can push that even further. But it's all up to whatever you want to run on the machine.
Because 0.6, it still keeps. I mean, your top detail, right? On the X axis, right?
Yeah.
That detail's still clean.
Yeah. The top kind of bottoms, the solid fill layers like up at the top. Going with a 1 millimeter nozzle, you definitely notice those way thicker lines. So I do think having like a 0.6 or a 0.8 is still better for the quality, but definitely increases that availability of speed by increasing the layer heights.
Yeah. So Sir Will, this is a friend of ours, a moderator on our show. He says, show the quality. Yeah. So we will. We are going to look at some awesome helmets because. So I showed up this morning and we're kind of in the green room with Nick. And Nick zooms out, and he'll reveal these when he's ready. But he zoomed out, and he has a secret table in front of him. And I went, oh my gosh! And so he's kind of a helmet nut as well, guys. And I did not know this.
Yes. Do you want to get into the helmets?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So I'll wrap up on the Pro 3s.
We'll come back to the Pro 3.
Okay, we'll come back. We'll come back. We got a lot more.
No, but I mean, we don't have to have segments. We can buzz about.
Yeah. Okay. So then getting into my helmets, I have kind of a handful of things over here, and like Loyal said, focusing on like celebrating the machines, the printers themselves, the materials. I really, really am into the post-processing and things kind of after that. Once you have the parts out of the machine, while they still look, beautiful and can be used afterwards, there's a way kind of more extra things you can do with those parts. So just quick overview of what I've got here. This one is run directly off of my own machines at home, actually. They were smaller machines. So this is just a kind of final sanding, wet sanding, coat of primer, and then a black enamel on this one. And the cool thing about this is that the fit was tight enough where it doesn't have any magnets or anything. But
what?
That faceplate is just kind of held there all on its own. Yeah, exactly. It's just the fit. So kind of things you can do with that. This one does actually fit me, but it is kind of a slightly too small, so I don't get to wear it too much. The rest of these, though, again, totally fully wearable. Or this one is. This one's actually a middle process. Looking closer at some of the other ones that I have down here, the actual final prints. There we go.
Look at this.
Yeah. So I've got our main faceplate here.
Hey, Fear Jason.
Is the faceplate that we're doing for kind of another one off of, I believe this is the Rescue helmet from it's Infinity War and Endgame. I think it's just an Endgame. But I lost my piece of the Sand Trooper helmet. This one here is basically just as it came off the machine. I like to use a significant amount of support structures just to really get like that final interior surface.
Look at the inside of that, guys.
Yeah, those eyes came out beautifully. And then we also have like they're using magnets on this one, so the kind of magnet inset points.
I would love to. So are you? What settings are you doing? You're using a top? The internal layer, right? The interface layer.
Yeah. So
what are you doing on that to do that?
In ID Maker, there's the main template setting. You would go into the advanced settings of the template. So just when you're slicing, click Edit.
Yeah.
And then all of those settings are organized by tab. So you would just be going to the support tab under there, and then from there it's split into the main support menu, the dense support menu, and then adaptive supports. So there is an option in ID Maker to run most of the support structure with a lower density and then just start increasing it right when it gets to these top layers.
Oh, of course. So mine is set to 15 to 40. 15% to 40%.
Yeah, 15 to 40 is the default. Sometimes I'll go as low as, like with different patterns, you can kind of mix it up. Do like 5% to 15%, and then I'll cap it with the dense support layers, just so it's still not getting all the way to the extra usage of that 40% density.
Oh, I don't have any dense support enabled on mine at all.
Yeah, so that's what you're gonna want for like these final kind of how it's basically perfectly matching the inside face of that print there. So what I do for this really close fit is it's about 5 to 6 layers of concentric dense support patterns, and that's what gets you this really, really kind of uniform matched to the part finish, but the rest of it is just grid supports inside.
That's fantastic.
But yeah, and then that one is actually, I'm printing another one of these over here on our Pro 2. So I do find that using the grid support structures for these portions of the outline forms, those provide a little bit more body on the much thinner exterior portions. So
yeah,
that's why I like using the grid supports or anything that has like an outline shell, because that really catches the outer edge and then allows you to use lower density for the interior.
Okay.
But so we got that one, and then this one here. So this one was provided to us from KB Props. Love them. They do a lot of printing for the initial like molds of the helmets. They also do Stormtrooper armor out of things like this. But this one is the actual print that came off of the machine itself. So we do have those support structures in there. You can see a little bit of the residue left on this one from the casting process. This helmet was used as the master for the cast they use, and then I believe they are slush casting. The rest of them are making more of them off of this initial mold. And then this piece, the visor here that goes over that, this one is actually still a cast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So this one was printed first, and then you can still kind of see a little bit of that, but this one would just be like the cast piece off of that. This is all one solid piece.
Yeah.
And that's just that upper visor.
Oh man, those are so beautiful.
Yeah. And then my last one over here, my last Metro Prime helmet, this one's just kind of the full finishing on this. So this one is the print kind of as it is. A lot of sanding, and then finished it off with the final color and clear coat, and then did my own work for the visor. And these are actually kind of water heater piping for the vents down there. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So Aaron, you are right. So if we did the adaptive support and we increase those interface layers, right? well, we do use adaptive support. I should say. So we do use that. But if we use the more dense interface layer, yeah, that would push us. So one of the things, Nick, that we really tried to do here on the show is we've tried to optimize helmets to be under one spool of filament.
Okay.
So to reduce the amount of filament change that we have to do, as well as we get sent some fantastic filaments, and sometimes companies go, "Hey, we'd love you to try this," and they send us one spool, and I'm like, what do I print with it? I and if I want to print fast, now we can print with 2 different nozzles, 2 different filaments, do the support in one material and whatever. But we're always trying to print it as fast as we can, but at the best quality. And so, so Aaron, you are right. That would push us probably over that 1 kilo on some of our helmets, not the Boba Fett, but definitely the Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
No, so it's a very interesting challenge. I've actually never put in that restriction of getting one of these helmets out of just a single spool.
It's been tough.
Because the thing with the helmets is like, yeah, if you really want to get the support structure, then just print it like that, and it won't have any supports in it. But then this is the surface that we really, really want. So there is something that I'd heard of before, and I actually recently started trying it on some of these helmets. I have a smaller one here that I did a little test of, but something that can be done with support structures or with the idea maker settings. It's possible to print kind of like a sphere within the support structure and just set this portion to have 0 infill. So with kind of this helmet here, that was the initial one, and this is all of the support structure with the hollow sphere inside of it.
What?
Yeah, exactly. So, like,
well, hold on. How did the idea maker did that?
Yeah. So I got just kind of this as it was.
I see what you did. Is it a separate object that you added to it?
Yes. So I did basically brought in the helmet, imported in another sphere from Idea Maker, and then just forced this sphere to be 1 shell, 0 infill. And then essentially, rather than printing all of this as 30% density support structure, it's all just hollow, but it still produces that good surface support.
Did you guys know that?
Yeah. If anyone else has been doing this, do let me know, because I recently just started doing that.
Because that's freaking genius, and I can't believe that I didn't. Oh my goodness, that is. I cannot believe that I didn't think of that.
It's a neat trick. It's again, I had to hear about it from someone else. I think it was Punish Props. They mentioned it. I got it from them.
But well, that's fantastic. Well, they know what they're doing, and we're just goofing around on a show. So no, that's fantastic, because one of the things that we talked about, right? So I'll show you the inside of one of these helmets, right?
Yep.
So this is the, I got to get the light right. There we go. So that is the inside of one of the helmets right now, and this is without any support. So these machines do such a fantastic job, 0.8 layer, but you can see that, I mean, I'd have to increase a bit of the external, or I'm sorry, the bottom layers to kind of make that a little bit better. Just a little bit. It's not bad, and we end up putting padding on it anyway. But I really would wish that was be perfect.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, well, I'm kind of thinking like in that section, there's a couple other things that can be done. The way that it comes to a perfect sphere like that makes it, as it's going around and doing the shells, that's how you kind of get that outer edge stringing. But
do you have a moderator in chat?
Unfortunately I do not today. So if anyone is going in, we can go through and just kind of check out if there's any questions or comments.
Yeah, you need to take care of that account right there.
Yeah. Let me see.
Oh, that's terrible.
Okay, yeah. Sorry about that.
You can't do that, guys.
Yeah, sorry.
We're here to have a good time.
Okay. Oh, we got Polymaker in here. Hey, Polymaker.
Hey, Polymaker.
Sweet.
Polymaker, just showing off what we got going on behind us. So what we have right here. So I'm holding a Clone Trooper rabbit in my hand. I know. Don't ask how this happened or how we got here, but we're here, and that's the way it is. Easter was not too long ago. We'll use that as the excuse.
There you go.
So what we have is we print all of these helmets. We print with like a 0.8 nozzle, and we've been printing them in the Raise3D Pro 2. And okay, so let me ask you this real quick. print time on any one of your helmets, what do they say? The one in ABS even? Like what's print time?
Yeah, so actually I have the one way back here running out of ABS. This is the total print time on that I'm looking at, I think close to, we'll just say like 180 hours.
How many?
180.
Okay, 180 hours.
Yeah, and that's off of the 0.4 nozzle, 0.2 layer height.
What do you think?
Are you asking me or asking chat?
What's that?
I was giving chat a second if they want to pitch out some guesses. But.
Okay, so this is 0.8 nozzle, and this is the main bucket. The main helmet is less than a spool of filament, so that can also give you a tip on how fast. And the ears, we actually printed these on a Prusa, so we could print those at the same time. Yeah. But this right here, 38 hours.
Really? Dang. Oh, what layer height are you running that at?
0.3.
Okay. Wow. So yeah.
And like I said, so this is what you're looking at.
Yeah. God, it's a gorgeous part. What are you using for the visor?
So that was habit. So on our show, we actually have a command called bang visor, and it'll bring up a link. You can see it.
Okay.
Would somebody do me a favor in chat that knows the LM show? Would you be able to post? Oh, they can't post links in chat probably.
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know if they can or not. But anyway, we go to Amazon, and there's a visor material, and I'll show you. Matter of fact, give me 1 second, and I'll have one for you.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So we actually use this. It's from Amazon. It's from a company called Cellstrom, but it's basically it is just face shield, tinted face shield material. Okay. And that's it right there. So,
yeah.
And that's it. And it's thin enough, 0.4 or 0.3 or 0.4 thickness. So it's you just cut it with craft scissors. And they're $13 or $14 a piece. And we actually have a pattern that we use. Here's and you can see we've used this pattern quite a bit. Yeah. But here's the pattern that we use. Because you don't realize this Pro 2.
A print?
What's that?
Was that a print?
No. The pattern's craft paper with tape on it.
Okay, yeah. Sometimes.
So what we've done is this Pro 2 is printed probably 60 or more helmets.
Damn.
It's been cranking out helmets, and but yeah. So anyway, we made a pattern for it, and then we use that visor material, and then we just basically, there's your pattern right there, and it just drops in.
Nice. Yeah, those look so good.
Yeah, so then that's what we're looking at. And so just so people know, I'm holding like a rabbit clone trooper, and how this came about, we have a fantastic designer. His name is Nick Daimelo, and everyone knows him on Twitter as Bugman140. And he's so kind. He takes these, some of these more, like a Phase 2 clone trooper helmet, and he does fun things for us for like different holidays and kind of events. And so check this one out.
The Hello Kitty clone trooper?
Yeah.
Nice.
Isn't that fantastic?
Oh, man.
So because we're, like I said, we're just having fun. That's it. And there you go.
Yeah, those are, what material is that?
What's that?
What material is that?
This is printed solid, pure magenta, PLA.
Nice.
And then this is just, I think this is called printed solid red. And then what we did is we just did white. This is Polymaker, I believe, Polymaker white. And then it's kind of funny to make the whiskers.
Yep.
Are just filament.
Yep.
Isn't that fantastic?
I love using the filament in props, and like sometimes I've seen a lot of parts that will, for things that have small axles, they'll use bits of filament in that too. So anytime you can get away with just using the filament as the part, I think it's always like the way to go.
Yeah, because we have like unlimited amounts of it. You know?
Tons of it, or like, any little remaining pieces of spools, sometimes I run out of that, but yeah, it's always good to just use the filament itself.
So isn't that neat that was the whole thing when we started this helmet stuff a while ago, was we wanted to keep the reveal, right? The quality of the finished part off of the printer as high as we could, right? So that, and we didn't want to really sacrifice anything for that, but I wanted the helmets faster.
Yeah.
And so it's been a lot of tuning and a lot of fun to try and get it to go, the printers to push as much plastic as we can get them to push, but to still maintain the integrity of that finished product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that can be tough, but these machines they're printing you've heard me say it before, is close to perfection that I'm aware of. They're incredible, and they just helmet after helmet after helmet after helmet. You know?
Yeah, and I mean, I have the same experience. Pretty much all of our users do. Of once if you're just going to be cranking out parts, doesn't really matter how long they are. Just hit print, hit repeat. These machines can just knock out like full-size parts one after the other all the time. And I find that works for everything from the Pro 2 Pluses, standard size Pro 2s, the E2 as well now in duplication and mirror mode. So if you need a lot of higher quantity of parts, like that machine's the way to go. It's really just kind of the world is your oyster when you're working with these machines and 3D printing in general. But getting into kind of the last couple things, like I'm probably going to wrap up coming down here, but
okay.
what are we going to do, like kind of going forward, going next? We would mention a few things we were talking earlier that we might be interested in getting looking forward, because like I know you've got the standard size Pro 2. I have a lot of the pluses, so
yes.
We're doing the helmets and things like that. What do you think about doing more like full armor sets?
So I would love to. So I would love to. This machine is printing helmets like nonstop, but armor, that would be fantastic. So there's certain things in the 3D printing world that get people really excited, and I find that it's always the bigger things, right? We all like to print, on regular size build plates, but large format is exciting, and so we get to print things like helmets, or we get to print wearable things. Armor I have not printed any yet. I have a couple of children, and one of them would go nuts to have me print him some armor. But so I know that armor excites people, and to have a machine, a Raise3D like a Pro 2, Pro 3, or even a Plus machine that can print full size armor pieces for anyone here in our community. Yeah. Okay. I bet there's people right now salivating in chat.
But the possibility of being able to print armor, I do think like for a lot of the leg portions and things like that would be much taller. I really want to get sets of those going on the Plus. So I think if we can, I'll have to see what we can do. But keep an eye out, because we might. I really want to pull to see if we can get some armor pieces printed here and see if what we can do.
Well, you do what you got to do on your side. And you let me know, because I'm excited. That would be fantastic. That would be a lot of fun. It really would be.
Yeah.
So there's our friend Bugman. That's our designer in chat. Not our designer, but our community designer. Oh yeah, Bugman, right there in chat.
Nice. So Bugman, love the Bugs Bunny helmet. The rabbit helmet back there is phenomenal.
Oh, look, real quick, check this one out.
Dude, yeah, I've been eyeing that one.
So this one was funny. So we have a friend of ours that has cows. So we have cattle up here on our ranch. But we have a friend of ours that also has cows, and his name is Builder's Mark, and he's prolific in the 3D printing community. But for fun, to send him a gift, I contacted Nick Daimler right there in chat and said, Nick, can you paint a helmet, a Clone Trooper helmet for MMU, so I could just throw this in the Pro 2 and hit print? Mm-hmm. And this is what it turned out.
Gosh, I love the pattern work on that.
And so this is Polymaker, white and black, and yeah, that I just literally hit print, and this is what we get. We get the dual color right out of the machine behind me.
Nice. Yeah, and I mean, it really is like, what's the process to set that up? It's you pull in the model, bring in all the pieces, and then align and set them to the right. It's like 3 or 4 steps.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it was fantastic, because I was trying to work out all these different ways, and I'm not familiar enough with those tools. And so Nick was fantastic. He just sent it to me, Nick Daimler, and I dropped him in there and hit a line. And I was like, that's it. And it was gorgeous. And I selected this extruder, print. I mean, it was that easy, And I can still use my same profile that we tuned everything with, And I did have to upgrade the other nozzle, right, to 0.8, obviously, to make it fast. But I'll tell you, the first print, no, actually, hold on. The second print went to Mark, and he got the better print. This was my test print, and the black is actually 0.4.
Yeah, So yeah, you can
So,
run the two different
yep.
nozzle sizes like if you want. They just work in tandem like that.
It was fantastic. Yeah, that was pretty neat to see. That was neat to see the white laying down at 0.8, and then the black would come in and it would do 2 layers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To for each of the 0.8, it had to lay down 2 of the 0.4. You know what I mean? Because we had different layer heights.
Yeah, because that's the way it like compensates in spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like you I guess if you want kind of that difference in layer height, it creates a little bit more of a visual effect. I think if you pull the helmet back up, like the black portions kind of catch more of the light a little bit. I think that's due to the color, but also a little bit because that lower layer height makes them a little glossier.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah, that's right. Because you're going to get a lot more of that surface. Oh yeah, like right on the forehead, right there.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Is that fantastic fun, huh? Yep, that is absolutely fun. So we absolutely love them. So guys, like I said, so Nick was kind enough to invite us on the show to take a look at the Raise3D. So the one on his right, over his right shoulder, that's a Pro 3 Plus, correct?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So this is the Pro 3 Plus.
And that's printing a Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet.
Yeah, this
gorgeous.
One's just
gorgeous
been
machine.
Chugging along. I got this one started. I actually was able. So one thing that was really cool about this one, setting up the stream for this, we'd been planning to do like get one of these going. Loyal had managed to send over like the idea file for that. Sometimes I will work from home. I'm just not always in the office, so we will run these machines through our cloud interface. We have that already all kind of set up. So I have all these machines on cloud. So when I was working from home, Loyal sent me the idea file. I was able to slice it from my house, 40 miles away, whatever, and then send it to this machine like the night of. So yeah, I basically was able to get this started with no physical presence.
That's awesome.
Now here it is printing.
No, that's fantastic, and that's the way it should be. And with the camera, being able to look inside the machine.
Yeah, yeah. So that was the other thing too, is I can start them even if I do trust the machines to just run, but the extra confidence and kind of peace of mind of having the camera to check in remotely, it's all just better quality of life.
That's awesome. That's pretty fantastic. And then what is going behind you is that one's in, is that ABS? No.
Yeah. So this one here is just another one of these the rescue suit visors going back here in ABS. And then this one's just kind of been chugging along. I know we mentioned doing a lot of these with like doing it all out of one spool, but just in order to get the best kind of final quality, get it in this orientation, I personally will just beef up the support structures. Better to have it succeed and look good. So I think on this one I did have to do on this one in particular, I did one filament swap already. I mean, you really can't even tell. I don't even think I remember where the nozzle swap was. I think if I had to guess, it was maybe around here. But something else that I'll do with this one, the other one that I ran before, when I have a lot of just minor spools that have run down, there's only 100 grams left on them. I'll just basically put them as a stack next to the machine. And as I'm doing whatever, come back, check on it periodically, and just reload them one after the other, and then clean out all the last of my spools.
Yeah, and just do it again and again and again.
Yep. So yeah, it's all really easy. The sensor on it just makes it a no-brainer.
Yeah, and like I said, the thing that we enjoy is that they're so reliable. So over the last 6 months of streaming or so. I don't know how many times. It's got to be 20 or 30 times that we'd start a helmet print on the show, and people watch me just reach over and I pull it off and hit print, and I just go back to the show, and I forget to even look at it. We don't even watch the first layer go down. It's not even a thing. Yeah. And I always glance, and I can see it in the camera and go, oh yeah, hey, how's that doing? Oh, fine, like normal.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we do have failures, of course. I mean that stuff happens. But the number of failures that we have is significantly lower than any other printer that I own,
Yeah, and I mean, I find that too. It's one of those things that I love to talk about. It's just kind of difficult to, who has statistics on failures and kind of records that much. But they do just knock out parts like one after the other. And helmets like this, working with all kinds of different materials. You're running mostly like just PLA. Are we getting into carbon fiber, nylon, and things like that? I know, like for helmets and things like this, you usually wouldn't.
So carbon fiber, nylons, polycarbonate, absolutely. So that would have been actually something fantastic to have in here, but I do not have it in here. We real quick, we have a ranch, and so we're completely off grid, right? So solar and generator and wind power, and we have a large diesel generator that can power the whole ranch. And we had a failure in one of the radiator lines, the cooling lines, and that part is unavailable. And so, long story short, the companies had bought and sold and whatever. And now that part for that radiator piece is unavailable. So I jumped into Fusion 360, and I designed up the coupler and the connectors with threads, and I printed it in polycarbonate. And that was really interesting to learn to use polycarbonate in a Raise3D machine inside of an enclosed machine, and to keep the environment warm enough to reduce the amount of fracturing that would take place as it was shrinking and cooling. And so and as of today, it's been well over a year.
Wow.
And there's coolant flowing through that polycarbonate.
Fantastic.
Still fantastic. So, and I mean, how awesome is that? Sit down in Fusion 360 for an hour and print out a functional part for a piece of machinery.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that I do a lot. I don't have that kind of industrial thing that I would need to replace parts for. A lot of more of the things that I do are like I did a couple monitor mounts actually. When I needed a new monitor, they sell the armature as just kind of one piece, but the actual mounting for the screen that I had was unique. So something similar. Just here's the measurements for the screen that I'm mounting. Mock up the arms for it, and then just print them out of carbon fiber nylon, and that thing to this day is still on my desk holding that entire monitor while I'm working on it.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they're fantastic. Our minds right to the screen, right to a fantastic machine. That's awesome. Yep. Did we have a mechanism to do a giveaway, or did we need to wrap up time-wise?
We should actually be wrapping up because I do have to get going. But so here's what we got going on.
Because we can either do it live or we can do it offline. It's up to you.
I think we'll have to do it offline. We don't really have a way right now to do it live. I would love to, but online.
I have a way to do it. I have a way to do this. I have one of my wonderful moderators of the LM show is here in chat. His name is Will. And so Will, Nick, Will,
hey.
And Sir Will 3D. Will, would you do me a favor, Will, and would you jump on our Discord? And would you create a giveaway for a Raise3D White Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet on our Discord? And Will, would you send that? We'll set that to, let's say, should we do 24 hours or 48 hours to promote and get people to go in there, Nick?
We'll go ahead and do 48. I want to do a little bit longer.
Okay, so let's do it. So let's do
yeah, because we're doing actually, wait a minute. You have a helmet printing right there, right? I've got a helmet printing back here. Do you want to do two different giveaways? We'll do 124, and then the next 24 hours it'll be mine.
Oh, yeah, shoot. Let's do it. Let's do it. Sweet. So we'll do that, Will. First, we'll do one at 24 hours, and when that one's done, we'll do another one at 24 hours. So that gives us two different giveaways. That's fantastic.
Yep.
If you would do that, Will, that would be amazing. So Will says hello right there. And real world practical print. Yep. So Raise3D White Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet on it. He's fast. Okay. Awesome. To join this, guys, you're going to go to discord.thelmshow.com. You'll be able to join, and there's a giveaway section. And when Will gets that message in there, react to that message on Discord, and you'll be automatically entered into that giveaway, and that thing will happen automatically. So again, I'll say it again, discord.thelmshow.com, and to go get in on that. So thank you so much, Nick, for doing that. So we're going to give away a white Phase 2 Clone Trooper helmet.
Yep.
And what color is yours back there?
Mine is running off of black ABS down there in the back corner.
Ooh.
Yeah. So you'll have a different material also.
Yeah, so that's fantastic. So we'll do that. So that's two people that are going to win a fantastic print. And then Nick may have told me something about the one right behind him.
Yes.
That is I don't have a Pro 3. I have a Pro 2. And Nick told me that I may get that helmet that comes off of that Pro 3.
Yes. So
right
this,
there.
This one right here, the one that I'm running off of the Pro 3s, this one will be going to Loyal for his studio.
Yeah.
So give it a
I'm
little bit.
excited about that. That'll be cool. I can't wait to see it. That'll be awesome. I lost your audio. No, it's good. Take your time. I don't hear you.
Oh, come on.
There you go.
There we go. Okay, we're good. We're good. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, you will be getting this helmet. And then, yeah, I honestly cannot wait for you to get.
Weird. I lost your audio again. Very strange. That's okay. No, take your time. So anyway, yeah, so isn't that fantastic? Spinning gears in the YouTube window. There we go. Now we're live.
Okay.
There we go.
You good?
Yeah, so Polymaker's here. Hello, Polymaker. I was just telling Nick, thank you so much for the introduction between Raise3D and Polymaker for all of this. This is a wall of Polymaker filament behind me, and the ultimate goal, everything up there is Polymaker, and the ultimate goal is to eventually have it completely Polymaker, every color and every type. So we're really looking forward to that. And then what we're printing this right here out of Raise3D filament here. And these are white and black PLA. I know we have like literally every brand and every color of filament up here. So it's funny that when Nini said, she's like, Loyal, we'll send you some filament. We'll send you some white and black filament for Raise3D. I'm like, oh no, we already have it.
Yeah.
So we already have all the filaments. So you guys, like I said, so this one will be a Raise3D white and black, and that's what we'll give away. So go to discord.thelmshow.com, join, sign up, and then go to the giveaway channel and react to that message, and you'll be automatically entered to win that helmet. And then we're going to do 2 giveaways. We'll do one there and at 24 hours, and then we'll do another one right after that, and that's going to be for the black ABS helmet that Nick is giving away, that he's actually printing back there in another machine.
Yep. Yeah, so looking forward to that. Cannot wait to get those helmets out there. And then again, once this one is done, it's going straight over to you.
And I can't wait. That'll be fun to show off. We'll keep that here in the studio to show it off.
Yeah.
And then you guys send lots of love to Raise3D. Send them a lot of tweets, a lot of love, a lot of pressure. We want a Pro 3 here or a Pro 2 Plus, either one.
Yeah, it's definitely like if we get a lot of feedback, definitely come pressure us, hound us, and it may get Loyal a machine. But I would love for you to have one. It's just we do kind of need that pressure, honestly. It's
those marketing departments. We have to pressure them. We have to make them do it.
I know they're really stingy with the machines, honestly, but they take a little bit of convincing.
That's fantastic. Well, that's awesome. Well, I'll let you wrap up, but thank you for the opportunity to come on the show. Yeah. And I enjoyed it. I did not know that you were a helmet nerd, and so how cool is this? So thank you so much, Nick, for having us on, and thanks everyone for showing up and showing us some love and support in the channel. So
yeah,
go ahead, Nick.
Honestly, thank you everyone for coming in. Loyal, it's awesome to have you on the stream. Always, I'd love to have you back on in the future for sure. We'll get ball rolling on an armor kind of thing. So lots to look forward to. Honestly, thank you everyone for joining. And I think it's going to do it for us today. So I will see you guys in the next stream. And then Loyal, we'll talk a little bit after this. So
yeah, I'll hang out. I'm not going anywhere.
All right, awesome. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next one.